Come on, work with me, you piece of junk.
Oh, come on. Squibbles, connection, port 3 round. Got it.
Hey, hi there. This is, I guess Captain's Log number 1. I mean, where should I begin? When the Foundation was made, it was made back in the 1800s. All I know is that for a while I was part of the Foundation. I was a researcher, more or less. Back in those days, we didn't have researchers or MTFs or agents. Hell, we didn't even have D class. Well, technically we did, but they were something different. Where do I begin? Right. About 2029 to 2030, an event we all basically call the Calamity happened. It wasn't the Ukrainian or Russian bullshit that was happening at the time. It was something else. All we know is something basically ran rampant across the entire planet. And half of the population was gone in 24 hours. That was the worst year of my life. Luckily for most people in the Foundation, most of us were not immune, but we were able to reject it. I've been around since the 18th century, if it makes any difference. God, how do I explain this? I've basically been living for a very long time, and I have to deal with all of this by myself from now. The saddest part is, after the calamity, as most of them called it, we were able to, well, fix our shit. Mostly everybody in humanity got together and fixed it. By the time 2040 came around, the Foundation actually was able to aid with the population of the world, which now was called the United Nations of the Terra, or the UNT. Basically, we decided that we wanted to explore something else, just in case if the calamity ever happened. Technology kind of soared after that port. Well, nobody was fighting anymore, so I can't really blame it. We were even able to get into the station that was on Jupiter's red spot. That flying fortress with the impenetrable shield that we launched a shit ton of nukes at. But somehow it never broke, but we found a way through it. When we got in there, it wasn't too crazy. I mean, usual shit, alien technology and all that. But what we found was that it was an alien ship. Its primary directive wasn't actually known, but we reverse engineered a lot of it, and we made a ship. Well, multiple. There was, ironically, the Olympian. The Titanic was not a good idea. But, yeah, we made the Olympian, Pandora, and the Titan. The Olympian, its maiden voyage was off, and after a while we did receive contact that it made it to Mars. Actually was able to terraform it a little bit before some other shit happened. Titan was in project before Pandora, but Pandora overtook it after the United Nations basically decided we're going to skip Titan for a more upgraded model. So Pandora was up. I'm currently the captain of the Pandora, and the reason I'm leaving this is because around 2053, that's when all hell broke loose. Something found us. We thought it was the calamity at first. People just disappeared or just died out or something. But colonies on Terra were disappearing left and right. We couldn't figure it out. Then we found them. Don't know what they're called. They're large, angry, and they fucking eat everything in their path. There's a lot of speculation. We don't know if they were an alien race or biomechanical engineered machines or some other crap like that. All we know is they were some ugly sons of bitches. First country to go was, ironically, Russia. Those things actually preferred the cold. We never understood why, and we still to this day don't know why. Second country was mostly Asia. China put up a really hell of a good fight, but after they activated their safety protocols to annihilate them, we lost track. Before we left, the only countries I can think of that were still around were the US, most of Europe, and parts of South Africa. South America was gone. The northern pole was destroyed. South Pole was gone. We lost contact with Australia long ago. I hope Andrews is all right. He's a good man. About 2-3 months after the invasion started, or the uprise, or whatever you want to call it, I got a receiving message from the Foundation. All units that can hear this message, report to the Pandora for immediate, and I repeat, immediate evacuation of Terra. We were told we're leaving. It's great. When I arrived, I thought that there was at least 105 on this goddamn ship, and it turned out not to be. Me being the senior officer of everybody on this fucking ship, I was told I was supposed to take command. So I did. I took command, I suggested what we do, and from there, I basically became the captain of this fine bullshit of a vessel. For the schematics, it's basically more or less just a giant version of a space shuttle. They designed it to be an intergalactic traveling. They were going to travel to Mars, refuel, and then take off and go further. Just like the Olympus. We haven't received any word from the Olympus, and I'm hoping to God that they're all right. I'm using my personal AI assistant, Aya, to keep myself sane. She's been working on FTL drives and grav drives and whatever drives possible we can use as a method to further our advancement into the black unknown. Most of the crew are in stasis, and I'm about to be joining them. I could just stay awake, but the problem is I'm pretty sure I'd go crazy if I stayed awake for over 300 years. I know I could do it, it's just something I don't want to do. We loaded up about 5,000-6,000 SCPs as well, with 12,000 to 15,000 civilians. At least that's all we could find. We have roughly around 5,000 Foundation personnel, 1,000 UNT personnel, and a couple others from different regions. Most of my personal guard and also my personal squads are here as well. When it comes to MTFs, we have most of Last Hope, a good chunk of Samsara, Mole Rats, Mad Hatters, including the Maniac from Mad Hatters, and a couple other people. Truth be told, I don't think it's enough. I mean, we're going to be stuck in this tin can until we receive the return order. Honestly, I don't know when it's going to be. She doesn't have a clue. Sam, he's a fucking psycho, but even he says that this might be a one-way trip. We've been ordered to go to Alpha Centauri just to be on the safe side. That'll take us at least 7, maybe 800 years. Even with full force, it's still going to be a while. Aya says that she can, Aya says that she can get probably either an FTL drive or a grav drive going by the time we get there. But again, this is one hell of a fuck up.
Okay, old man, time to get in the cryopod. I'll wake you up when we get there, and I promise I won't hit anything. So, please, can you just go to bed so I can get some time to myself?
You really want to get rid of me that badly, eh, kid?
It's not like I want to get rid of you, it's just I work a lot easier with nobody else in the cockpit.
Alright, fine. I'm heading to bed. Just don't do anything too crazy, alright?
Don't worry. It's a simple fly job. All I have to do is go through this place, the nebula, and a couple other places, and then we'll be back here in no time. I gotta still work on that grab drive, which isn't a piece of cake, and it's not as terrible as people may think.
I'll take your word for it. I'm off to bed. See you in about a couple 100 years.
Finally, got the place to myself. Music, please. Time to get to work. Ooh, that goes there and... Oh, that did not sound good. Oh, what the hell is... Oh, that doesn't... Okay, what the hell is that? Oh god, I need to wake somebody up. I need to wake somebody up.
Come,